Hey everyone, welcome back to Asia. I'm your host David, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about why now is the best time to visit Thailand. Now, I get these questions a lot. Hey, when's the best time? Is it summer? Is it winter? What time of the year? As you all know, Thailand is tropical. It's pretty much hot all year round. So it's not in so much seasonality, rather. But what I want to say is that there are more optimal times to visit. And I think now, which is November, is the best time to visit. So I'm going to explain to you my top reasons for coming right now wherever you are in the world. It's true, Thailand is hot all year round, but there's certain times of the year which are much cooler than others. And also there's times of the year which are drier than others. And so right now in November, it's getting into the cooler season, it's getting into the drier season. So no more unexpected downpours. In addition, this is actually before burning season. Now burning season happens around January, February, March, April. That's when farmers burn their crops to plant for the new harvest season. And so right now the air is also much better. So you might be wondering, well, how cold does it get in Thailand? Well, in Bangkok during this time, it can start to cool down. So at nights, it could be even around 20 degrees Celsius or around upper 60s Fahrenheit. And then we go further north in Chiang Mai, and in the winter, it could be around 15 degrees Celsius, which is around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's actually, pretty chilly for Thailand winter. Which I'll make a side note is that it's really weird to be seeing winter clothes sold in Thailand at the major retail shops here. I mean, obviously Thais travel for winter, right, to colder climates, say Japan, Korea. But to see it being sold everywhere when there are days where it can dip below, say, 20 degrees Celsius or the mid 60s, which is, I think, quite cool, but not super cold. You'll see locals even wear parkas. That's something really interesting to see, right? Because their tolerance for cold might be different for someone living in a, say, colder or more temperate climate. Right now, it's not peak tourist season yet. That happens starting in December and it peaks around New Year's. So right now, it doesn't actually feel that busy. And so all throughout Thailand, there's still good deals to be had if you maybe come last minute. Also around this time, there's actually not a lot of holidays domestically, if at all, and also around the region. Because of that, people won't be traveling a lot. So hotels won't be that expensive. There will be vacancies, with the exception of Loy Krathong at the end of November in Chiang Mai, which I'll get into in a minute. And this is something specifically for this year, but right now the Thai baht, which is the currency here, is actually pretty weak against the US dollar. And so not only the US dollar, but also the euro, the pound. So your money will go 10%, 20% farther than, say, previous years. And so being in Thailand, I mentioned this concept before, which is budget flexibility, right? So you could live like a local and spend like a local and kind of budget accordingly. Or you could live like a New Yorker and spend, $100 a meal if you wanted to. But you don't actually have to do that. And so with the exchange rate, it actually helps you a little bit with that budget flexibility. So you ate that pad thai for 60 baht? Well, go ahead and treat yourself to another pad thai because you saved so much money, champ. Also during this month, there's this great festival happening all over Thailand called Loy Krathong, the most famous being in Chiang Mai. To give thanks, people launch these decorated floats along the river. In addition to Loy Krathong being celebrated, another festival called I Pang is celebrated concurrently, in which people launch lanterns into the sky. I think you've seen pictures of this already. It's quite beautiful. You'll see a picture of hundreds of lanterns in the sky. And so not only do I want to go there to see people launch floats into the river, but I also want to see people launch lanterns into the sky. I'll be going there at the end of November. I'll report back. It is crowded. There's not too many hotels. Again, it's one of the only times of the month in which there will probably be not a lot of availability for hotels. But I think it's totally worth it just to see the festival in which people celebrate these two spectacular festivities. But most importantly, at the end of the day, it's always a good time to visit Thailand. I know that's not a kind of a cop-out answer, but here's why, right? Because the people, the food, the culture, the safety, just everything makes Thailand wonderful. Even though it's raining, even though it's more humid than you would like to be, there's always room to navigate around that. That's no problem. But the essence of the country will remain the same all year round, which is amazing. I'm so grateful to be living here in which you could enjoy sort of what Thailand has to offer any time of the year. It's all about what works for you and the planning involved to get the experience that you want. Just to recap, all of the reasons to visit Thailand now in the month of November We're talking about the weather being better, less tourists, better foreign exchange rates, and amazing festivals. So if you're thinking about making a trip to Thailand, I highly recommend doing it now. And if you're doing so, drop me a line in the comments. I want to see what your experience is like. And that's it. It's a short and sweet one. I know we've been on hiatus. My goal is to make more videos in the coming weeks and months, so stay tuned, be patient. And if you enjoyed this video again and again, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And I'll see you in the next video.